Howdy, hey you guys. In this video I'm going to be talking about things that happen after the game ends and other things related to that, so if you don't want to get spoiled, I suggest you go check out another video. But yeah, let's get started. Now, the mystery of Mount Chiliad hasn't been solved. I'm releasing this video in hopes that you guys help me out in finding out and help the community out. Nobody knows how this ends. Now, all of the information I'm going to be bringing forth has already been, discussed in other videos and in forums and all of that. That's where I'm getting all of this, but I just figured it'd be best to have a video that, has everything in it. So let's jump into it. So the main point or main map for the mystery starts here at the top of Mount Chiliad. You can just take the lift all the way here if you don't want to climb the mountain. But here's the map. It's right inside of the lift building. And it's odd. I don't know what to make of it. Well, most of it. Now, the people who first figured out the first couple things about this think that the top eye thing is a UFO. And then there's supposed to be some elevator at the top of the mountain. I don't know. There's been different maps that I'll link to where they overlay this map with with the GTA 5 map, and it overlays really weird and points in a lot of different directions. So at the bottom you can see a flying saucer, a broken egg, and a little stick figure with a jetpack, which leads me to believe maybe there is jetpacks in the game and they're just a really intense Easter egg no one has found yet. Now underneath this lookout point, it's right next to the shed or whatever, there is this glyph right here, which is very similar to the eye or flying saucer that was just pointed out on the map. Now it's right under here because if you go, right on top of where that glyph is, on top of that lookout point, and wait till 3 a.m., something special will happen. I'll show that next. There's also behind this little thing, it says, "Come back when your story's finished." And so I've already got 100% completion. You should keep that in mind, that if you do want to find some of the stuff I'm pointing out, you're going to need to have the game finished 100%, which doesn't mean just finishing the story, it means everything. So if you have 100% of the game complete and you wait on top of this platform at 3 a.m. while it's a stormy night, once the clock hits 3 a.m., well, I'll let you see for yourself, this saucer appears. And the saucer is very interesting because it's not solid. It's a hologram, I think. It also has FIB written on the top, which leads me to believe maybe it's not aliens. I don't know. I really don't know. Hopefully you guys can find out. But here you see me launch a rocket at it and it completely just goes right through it. It's not solid. I think it's just the hologram of a UFO. Because the closer you get, it starts to disappear and you see the lights sort of start to flicker off one by one. But then the moment you return back to the platform with the glyph, it reappears. So there's that. Now this isn't the only spaceship that appears. There is a solid one that you can actually, touch, and it's right there on the map, right above the camp that's obsessed with aliens. You'll see it. It's in Sunny Shores, whatever. So it's sort of hard to spot because it only appears once you get close to it. It has some weird cloaking device, so that once you get close it'll appear like you just saw. And it's almost at the top of the map, so it's hard to get that much over it. And as you can see, when I fly over it, it turns my engine off, and I tried to land on it, but it just sort of bounces me right off. And my engine is still off. It messes with your engine. After the saucer makes that noise, it turns your engine off, and you fall for a bit. But then it turns back on, and you can fly back up. Also, something to take notice of, the bottom of the saucer is opening and closing, and a light shines down. And in this video, you see me parachute into the light. It doesn't abduct me or anything, but I think something along those lines has to happen. I don't know, something with this flying saucer. But landing on top of it was just too hard, and I couldn't really do it when I tried. But we'll move on to the next saucer. This one is right above Fort Sancudo. It's sort of also difficult to find. It's not as high up as the last one, so I do manage to land on top of it. I don't think the bottom is opening and closing like the last one though. I think it's just there, and it looks a lot different. It doesn't have FIB written on it, and when you shoot at it also nothing happens. It just, I assume has a force field. I don't know. Around 3 in the morning, if you're in Fort Sancudo on one of the bunkers that has an elevator inside of it, it shines its beams down, it shines its lights or beams or whatever down on that fort. So if you go down there and check it out, you can see its like light shining down. That's how this UFO was originally found. Now, if you manage to get your character in the middle for long enough, the saucer will sort of just teleport him up, and then he'll just fall. And what's weird about this is every time it does this, it gives you a parachute. Like, your character only has one on him, so unless if you go and do another thing. But as you can see, I've used my parachute, and now I get to use it again. Now here I miss landing on it, and instead I touch the edge, and instead of just, you know, my character bumping off the edge, he gets launched off. So if you touch the edges, you just get launched off. And so yeah, that pretty much sums up that saucer. Go check it out for yourself. Now this next one is a crashed saucer in the ocean right around this location. I recommend you take a submarine or a scuba suit because it's sort of deep. But here it is. There's nothing really special about it. There's nothing written on it. All the saucers I have found so far look a little different. But they all, you know, share, you know, the same shape or whatever. This one is special, not only because you can get up close and examine all the parts of it, but also because you can get inside of it. Now, you're more like clipping through the saucer itself. There is no inside. It's more of a glitch. So you have to hit the sweet spot, which is right here. And you gotta just wiggle your way in there, and then your character will eventually just clip right on through. Now it's neat because you can see like what they have rendered here. Like this part is where, you know, it opens and closes on that first saucer I showed you, and if you keep going up, it shows you into another like part of it. So it's weird. They're quite large too. So I imagine maybe you can go into the other ones. I don't know. But I do invite you to find out for yourself. Now this next saucer is one where Michael's hallucinating. Michael's, you can see, is the only one who deals with scripted alien things that are in the story. Now this is during the mission, did somebody say yoga, or I think it's called something like that, and Jimmy drugs you. You end up around all these monkeys, and then you get abducted. Now you could speculate that this is just because he's tripping, but this isn't the first time Michael has dealt with aliens. But here you actually get to see what they look like moving and all of that, and they interact with your body, and then they just sort of let you drop. But like I said, this isn't the only time you interact with aliens. Also, when you are drugged by that guy in the grassroots mission, you fight aliens, but those are just hallucinations. I can only think of one time outside of hallucinating that Michael deals with real aliens, and it's in the prologue. If you go under this bridge here, there is an alien encased in the ice. But we're getting pretty far away from the Mt Chiliad story and the mystery. So this was just to demonstrate how many times aliens are mentioned in the game, so I'm convinced there has to be something more going on with their story. At Sandy Shores, where the alien camp is, you can see a lot of weird cave writings on their little huts that they have, depicting alien-human interaction, stuff like that. But also there are glyphs which are similar to the ones you find at the top of Mt Chiliad. Here is one of a spaceship under or above the moon, and then the other one is of the eye and a cloud. So not sure what those could mean. Maybe they have something to do with the hologram saucer. I don't know. There's a bunch of clues all around this base. You should explore it for yourself to find out what you can find, but it's pretty interesting. Now last but definitely not least is the Space Docker. It's the car you get after completing Omega's mission, side mission, for collecting all 50 spaceship parts. Now, I don't think the spaceship parts have much to do with the mystery of Mt Chiliad, but I think this car might. Some of the writing that it has on it is similar to the writing at the Mt Chiliad spots and all that. There's no direct symbols like the spaceship eye looking thing or anything like that, but I'm convinced this car has to have something to do with the mystery. So good luck, and I hope you guys can help us figure out this whole mystery, because I think it'd be pretty sweet if we managed to do that. In the description, I'll include where I got my information from. Reddit and the GTA forums were both huge help, because no way could I found all of this stuff by myself. So if you do find anything out about the mystery, message me on YouTube or on the Facebook fan page, or just post it on Reddit or the GTA forums so we can get this search underway and figure out what it's about. Also in the description, I'll include my GTA clan, a link so you can join. With only a week left till GTA Online drops, I think it'd be sweet to get a clan nice and formed of just people who enjoy my videos. Anyone can join. It is sort of exclusive to Xbox, since that's all I have, but join it and we'll mess stuff up. But yeah, so happy hunting and good luck.